What's up everybody, welcome back to the HEZ Project. I'm John Ordalaza, and today we're concluding the first ever HEZ-MAS event that we had on the channel, where I review Christmas movies throughout the month of December. We did The Santa Claus, we did Bad Santa, we did Gremlins, Scrooged, Home Alone, Jingle All the Way, and now we're ending things off with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This is a first time watch for me, so stay tuned. So I just went through the whole filmography of Chevy Chase, and while I recognize some of the names of the movies, I've heard them before, I've never seen any of them, really. He's credited for both Hot Tub Time Machine movies, and I don't remember who he is in those, so this is the first starring role of Chevy Chase's that I've seen, and this is a very entertaining movie, I'll be honest. I'm not super into comedies that are older. Sometimes the comedy is just a little too outdated. I'm not gonna fully understand it, but I was proven wrong when I watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That is a very fun and entertaining movie, and it had some surprising heart to it. This has some surprising comedy to it. It is very slapstick, though. Now, I'm into slapstick. There's a lot of those that have come on the last 10-15 years that I actually like. If done wrong, it can be very sloppy, but in this movie, I think the comedy is done very well. Chevy Chase, I mean, dude, he's doing this stuff in his sleep. He isn't supposed to be this outright funny guy, but he has this presence about him. In the beginning of the movie, when he's driving with his family and he's singing Christmas carols with his wife while the kids are sleeping in the back, he's got these big goofy glasses on with the big buggy eyes, just smiling, and he looks like a dork. He looks so silly, but it works. He's so funny in the way he utilizes his facial expressions. He hardly needs to swear in this movie. He does, though, but this movie doesn't feel like it needs to fall into that trap of, oh, swear words do. Like, you need swear words in this. Swear words will get the chuckles and get the laughs and get them on the floor rolling. And that's true in some cases. Some people, all it takes is one F-bomb to have them rolling on the floor dying laughing. I can be like that too. If it's delivered properly, yeah, you got me. But I like movies that challenge that philosophy, that don't just fall back into, oh, let's just do swear words, let's do innuendos and all that. That's what I feel like the comedy these days have been doing. I still like a lot of comedies that come out today because they do all that stuff, but a little more smartly. It's not just like they're throwing swears and innuendos at you, but there's still a handful of comedies that are just sloppily put together. I can appreciate how a film leans into situational humor just like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles does, only Christmas Vacation takes it up a notch. Like, it brings it to a whole nother level. You got some everyday situations when you got the extended family coming in to visit, staying at your house, you gotta bunk beds and whatnot, while at the same time these over-exaggerated situations are just piling up on each other, like when Clark is on the roof and he's stapling all the lights to the building or to the house, and he accidentally staples his sleeve to it, and then he starts swinging on the ladder, and all the times they were messing with the neighbors, and one of the neighbors was Julia Louis-Dreyfus, you know, from Seinfeld. I thought that was really funny how her and her boyfriend were just trying to have a nice time alone, and they were just kind of like picking on Clark and his family the whole time, and then they just kept getting dragged into some of their shenanigans throughout the movie. That was a really nice gag, I'm not gonna lie. No other real standouts. Some of the older, like, aunts and uncles and like the moms and dads of the main mother and father, like, they're okay, they're pretty good in the movie. The kids, they don't really get much to do. Like, they're not super funny in the film. Really, all of the humor goes to Chevy in this movie, honestly. It's not a slight. I think he carries the movie on his shoulders, dude. He really does. Everyone else does a fine job and, you know, fills their roles, but not everyone's supposed to be funny and supposed to deliver all that comedy at the same quality of each other. No, it's the Chevy show all the way, really. I thought Beverly D'Angelo, who plays the wife of Clark in the film, like, she did a really good job as, like, the straight man, or the straight woman, I should say. You know, straight woman to the shenanigans and the craziness that is Clark's character. He's not exactly super, like, comedic, like I mentioned in the beginning. He's just very silly, and he gets himself in these very ridiculously silly situations. I guess if I had to be a little bit of a Grinch, there's no real, like, plot to the movie. It is very much a chill movie. I said that about Gremlins, I believe. No, this is more of a chill movie, dude. Like, there's really nothing going on. The whole plot really is, like, Clark is waiting for his bonus to kick in at work, and then when he finally gets the letter in the mail, he's promising to all of his family family. They all promise you guys I'm gonna build a pool in the backyard, and I'm gonna fly you guys out so we can, like, you know, just have fun in the pool whenever you guys go back to home. And he's hyping it up, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, you're not gonna get a bonus, are you? He obviously doesn't get the bonus that he wants, so he flips out and he says something like, I wish I could just tie my boss up, bring him here, and just tell him off or something. And then the other guy, I'm forgetting his name, I believe it was Randy Quaid's character. Yeah, he ends up kidnapping Clark's boss because he said that. He was like, oh, well, here you go. Like, here you go, tell him off now. And then this is the end sequence when Clark is telling off his boss in front of his family, telling him, oh, you really should have warned all the employees that you weren't gonna get bonuses because we really expected that. And it makes the boss have a little change of heart in this scene, and he gives people the bonuses plus a little bit more. But it was already too late. The boss's wife called in freaking SEAL Team 6, and then they just start rappelling down the building. Like, this is the craziest, most ridiculous part of the movie, in my opinion. You see a bunch of these police cars and SWAT cars pull up. They're going to the front door, but then for some reason, they're rappelling down from the roof of the Griswolds' house, and they're busting into the neighbors' windows. They bust into almost all of their windows in the Griswolds' house, and I'm like, what is going on? With that wacky ending aside, even though I liked it, it's very absurd. I really enjoyed myself watching this movie. It's a lot of fun. This is the first Chevy Chase starring role for me, and I think his style of comedy works, dude. It's not very blatant, it's not in your face. He's very, like, nonchalant about it. I love just the subtle little gags when him and his wife are laying in bed and he's looking through the magazines, the very sticky, thin paper magazines, and his fingers are getting stuck on every page, and he's just like ripping the pages apart, giving them to his wife, and his wife gets her hands stuck on him too. And oh my god, when he went to go kiss her goodnight, his sticky hands took all of her hair with him, and he took the lamp when he went to go turn it off. Little dumb, silly, nonsensical humor, I'm all there for it. And they do it so well in here, and I was thoroughly impressed for a movie that's a little bit older. It's from '89. It's not super old, but I was thoroughly impressed with it, and I would like to see all the other National Lampoon Vacation movies. I've never seen any of the other ones. I didn't realize until I looked this up, Johnny Galecki, who plays Leonard from Big Bang Theory, is the son, Russell, in this movie. I didn't know that. He looks super young and nothing like Leonard. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up my review for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, as well as the entirety of the HEZ-MAS event, where we reviewed Bad Santa, Gremlins, The Santa Claus, Home Alone, Jingle All the Way, Scrooged, and this movie. So comment down below your favorite movie that I reviewed this season, and what do you want me to review for next HEZ-MAS, because there's going to be a next one. Of course there is. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys, and be sure to stick around because I will be posting a HEZ Best and Worst of 2021, where I will be going through movies, TV shows, and games, the limited amount of those things that I've gone through this year, as well as on the 1st of January, the first day of 2022, we're going to break in the new year with the 2022 most anticipated movies, TV shows, and games. So there's a lot of content coming to the channel, and as I always say, there is more to come.